everyone, and welcome back to my channel. David is on again, and next to me it's Lorenzo Viotti. It's an
Like I'm
Lorenzo.
Swiss German.
No, it sounds like you're Italian, but deep into Italy. Well, a great conductor. It's a pleasure to have you here, and as I said already, we had a wonderful lunch, Korean food. Yeah, and I told already that it's a pleasure to perform tonight and tomorrow. We have the great concerts, and the rehearsing was great. I loved it. But now let's get away from this music thing. And yeah. So my first question of this episode again is head or heart?
Hard.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, this is lovely to hear. It's also my question. My answer would be also hard.
Okay.
Whenever. Okay, then we come to question number 2. Do you still play the drums?
Yes.
Because I read that you played a lot drums.
Yeah, and it's still it's my first love, and it will always be my first love. So every time I can, I just took now a teacher in the Netherlands because I want to get back at it. And actually in June I will play again on stage. With,
But what?
I will play
I mean,
riffs.
I mean, sorry, I'm not asking for what type. I'm asking for what type of music.
Well, my favorite music to play on the drums is funk and jazz. And but I used to play also death metal with my sister when she was singing. A lot of hip hop, but of course jazz and funk are.
Do you have your own band? Actually, I was asking myself.
No, unfortunately. When I was in high school, and also when I was studying in Vienna, we were like a kind of a group of friends playing and jamming with each other, and I just missed that. So I'm back at it now.
Oh, so I mean, it's like, what is your? Is there any favorite band you would love to participate as a drummer?
I mean,
Just one. I mean, not all.
I would have loved to play live with Earth, Wind and Fire. Like, man, the groove they still have, even if they're like older now and they still like perform. It was just insane, really insane. Or with Prince, like just to be with Prince on stage must be like incredible. Ciao. Wie geht's?
Gut, ich bin nicht schwer.
Ciao.
It's gonna be cut out.
Oh.
So, but what? Or you can get in contact, no, and ask them.
Yeah, I don't think
You
I
should.
have the level for that, you know.
Just do it.
Yeah,
do
I will try.
When I learned something,
I mean, Prince is dead. So that's a bit. But I partied once with him in London. That was crazy.
you had a party with
Yeah,
Prince in London.
Yeah. Fuck.
Gosh.
I was rock and roll.
I believe so. And maybe he wrote a song after this.
About me,
I don't know. The party,
maybe.
like sometimes there are this coincidences. Like something happened, and then suddenly there is a new song coming up, and
Yeah,
actually
but,
it's for a certain moment or whatever. It was just an
Maybe.
idea.
I need to look for it.
Okay, so drums, crazy.
Yeah.
And now let's come to another question. It popped up in my mind. I don't know why, but what sports do you like? I know the
Sport.
answer already. Welchen Sport magst du?
Sport ist gefährlich für klassische Musik.
Sports is so dangerous, especially if you play the drums or the violin. You could break all the fingers and then it's over.
Combat sports, surf, tennis.
Hold on, surf.
Surf.
Okay, let's
Okay.
just take this one, okay? Because I used to surf, and this guy is surfing as well. And when you were chief conductor in Lisbon,
Yeah.
I guess you surfed a lot over there.
Yes, that was the best because in Lisbon we usually rehearse from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. So either you surf before the rehearsal or after the rehearsal. And also with many musicians of the orchestra, they are great surfers. So at the beginning, because I didn't know, they just took me in the best spots, and then it's just it's your way of living there. It's amazing. I mean, I'm still looking for that in Leipzig, but I still didn't find the right spot for it here.
Yeah, I'm watching, but I don't find any ocean.
I can feel also in the orchestra, it's part of the DNA, the surf spirit.
Yeah, here. Yeah, surf spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Where? Okay. But I'm confused. You said either in the morning or in the afternoon. Nah, both. You go surf in the morning and
And in the
afterwards. I
afternoon.
mean, this is what I would
And
do.
in the evening.
Or maybe not after
Sunset.
1 year more. Yeah, sunset.
Sunset.
Is the best surf.
Yeah, yeah.
Or sunrise can be also great.
Both.
But this is just...
This is in Costa Rica. Sunrise and sunset. No, surfing is just the best sport because it's not only something physical, you cannot be a good surfer if you cannot connect yourself with the nature.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, I think, what we both miss a lot while
Definitely.
we are so lucky to be performing on amazing stages, and it's great, but I miss the nature so much, you know, when you're on tour so much, and in big cities, you know, like what we do in Bartok, this beginning is our reality, you know, the cars, the subway, the stress, everything. And then you just alone by yourself in the ocean, and you just have to feel it. And sometimes you don't catch any waves for like hours, but it doesn't matter.
No, but you're just in the ocean.
Absolutely.
And
that's the best.
And also what I find interesting is that there is a lot connection between these obviously so different things, like surfing is a sport, it has to do with nature, water, ocean, whatever, and then the music sounds so different, but I mean, it's so connected.
Absolutely.
It's a mental thing, it's decisions you felt, it's nature, and music is nature as well. So
Or inspiration.
Inspiration.
I mean, every time I go back from those type of trips where it's only about, you know, that type of sports or that type of feeling to reconnect, I'm back on stage, I have so much energy, I'm reborn completely. And I think, you know, we miss that. A lot of people, they don't dare to take that type of freedom, and they arrive at a certain point in their life where either it's too late because physically they are completely broken, and mentally as well. And I think, you know, today we have the luxury to be able to travel whenever we want, and especially as musicians, we have a lot of free time if we want. So let's use this free time to explore and to respect also what life gave us, you know.
I think even if you don't have, maybe you don't feel that you have the free time, you always have the choice to go. Either you go and you take care of your body and your soul, I would say, or you don't, because to find time for, and it's actually finally what I used to say to everyone, it's a question of priority.
Yeah.
And I wish that a lot of musicians would put the priority of the health issue on the same level as
absolutely.
performing and doing music.
Absolutely, what we eat, also, you know, the way we take care of our body, you know, it's I absolutely know that a lot of people are in a way criticizing, you know, the way I take care of myself and stuff. Well, I don't care so much because life gave me one body, and I want to be on top of my shape when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I'm 60, because if I'm not physically on top, mentally, I'm not sharp.
It's gonna be same, yeah.
So, you know, and then if I conduct with pain in my back and my ankle, blah, 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 I will not be able to be sharp to listen to everything.
Makes sense.
And I can see and hear that of many musicians, you know, body problems, and then they cannot perform well. So, yeah, it's a priority, as you say. Yeah.
I could also say just to everyone, there is this famous, or there are famous little stories or pictures, cartoons. Stop running behind the money. It's also one thing, because it's known that a lot of people, specifically richies, like when they stop working with 50, and for outsiders it sounds like, oh my God, they are so rich now they can live without working. But I mean, once you're 50, the body is used. I mean, you are out of the young shape, you're out of the sporty age, so
you cannot share the same thing with the people as well. If you have kids or something like that, we just have one life, you know. And
you have one life only. Go practice and take care of your body.
Don't practice. Go surfing.
Go surf, yeah. Oh, this is what I meant. Go practice surf.
Please, don't do scales.
Or you practice on the surfboard. This is also possible. I mean, it's a bit hard with the timpani, but you go for a longboard.
Yeah, a big longboard. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Oh gosh, What do I have here? This is my list. Um, so you would another question I had, if you would do no music, so it would be surf, right?
It would probably be sports to be high level athlete. Like, I mean, I consider myself as an athlete because I'm a conductor, I'm a musician, and I think as a musician we have the same discipline and the same rhythm as as a professional athlete. Absolutely. The only thing is, again, what we said, we don't take care of what we eat, we don't take care of how we train, and many stuff like that. If I wouldn't do music, I think it would be a sport which is really, really connected to nature. Snowboard, surf,
Or both?
or both, absolutely. Because then 2 seasons, absolutely. But something that I have always, to push the limits always further and further, and that I have fun. I think as a musician, at the end of the day, we play,
Yeah.
and that a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's very tough, but we play at the end of the day. And you ask any surfer or snowboarder, of course it's a lot of sacrifices, it's a lot of injuries, but at the end they have so much fun.
Yeah.
And that's the goal, when you reach the top of your profession, but you can still have so much fun.
Yeah.
And this is, I hope, what we will meet tonight. Is we work super hard this week, but for me, the pressure is during the rehearsal. I don't care about the concert because in the moment something has to happen. I'm never stressed, so it's just like I'm gonna have fun. If
I
something bad happens,
Whatever.
doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't mean bad or good. I think the matter to me, for example, the matter of rehearsing is to check everything. Let's say so. To try everything out, to bring a certain order, but to leave it open and to perform freely. Then once you have the concert,
Absolutely.
and not to put yourself into a frame and to stick to it too much, because music is not there are frames, of course. I mean, like if you watch composing wise, whatever, but putting it on live, never put yourself into such a frame. This is what you said.
Yeah.
But let's stay open and let's see what will happen tonight.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm really I look really forward. And gosh, yeah, do you have sisters, brothers?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay.
They are all my life.
I like to ask this because if you have sisters, brothers, what are the typical fights you had? Because I have no brothers, no sisters. I have no clue, but this is why I love to question this and to ask. Did you have specific fights you love to remember for whatever? Toothbrush,
No,
shoes.
It's really different because we are so connected with my family that, for example, when I have 2 older sisters, then I arrived, and then my brother arrived. So when my brother arrived on Earth, I was the happiest brother alive because finally I could play with my brother, with someone which is
Close
the
by.
same like me.
Yeah.
And my brother is really all my life, so we never ever fight. I think when I was a teenager, sometimes I was very stupid and I had this character where I was on purpose destroying, the atmosphere. Everyone was saying yes, I had to say no. And then my brother one day told me, Lorenzo, you're a big shit. And that came from the person which is the most important for me, was a big shock. So then I changed completely. And no, my sisters, we never had those kind of jealousy, and that's why fights. Of course, we are all musicians, and this is a big strength. And my mom just gave us so much freedom and so much love that we never fight. I'm sorry.
Nah, I was hoping for some. No, I didn't actually mean in a negative
No,
or
I
positive
think
direction.
as a
just-
teenager, of course, boys are boys, and we always with our
other.
sisters and stuff like that. But it was never dramatic. I
Yeah.
think, like for example, when my sister brought their first boyfriend, of course I was an asshole with them, or asking in
But
front
this
of
is exactly
everyone.
what I'm aiming for. Just a
okay.
little moment like this, like
Always asking tricky questions in front of the entire
yeah?
family, just to see how they were, and then no. But they were never doing the opposite to me. They were very nice.
oh,
Yeah.
this is so lovely.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had sisters or brothers. I don't have. Well,
It's nice to grow up with 2 sisters and 1 mama, with 3
I
women. It's
believe
really
you. I believe
amazing.
you. Well, imagine another funny question I have is imagine like suddenly you got all the power, God power, and it's about to save the world. I know it's a pretty huge question, but it's like I'm wondering what would be the thing, something specific you would love to change immediately to pre-save or to make the world a better place.
Ooh. Well,
I mean, you do already with the
the
conducting
first-
and music,
the-
but
the-
let's skip
the
this.
first which comes in my mind is hunger. That there is not a single person on that planet that is in need of water or of food. Disease. I mean, of course, I would think to erase cancer, but disease is part of the nature.
Yeah.
Of course, cancer is just like it's just something which is a propaganda which is so huge at the moment and going everywhere. But I think it's a result of the human mistake of not treating well our planet. So of course it would be for the human being which are living here to erase hunger and thirst. But then it would be more for the planet, to give back to the planet what she needs,
Yeah.
to stop the big industrial companies of fishing or meat process, and to just save the trees and all of that. Because I think because of that we could live better and not the opposite. So we are the result of actually what's
What we do.
happening. Exactly. Our planet didn't ask any of that. So
Sometimes I wish that this didn't happen for now so far, but when you said you would love to stop hunger, you know what picture I had? So you have the power. So what you do is you let it rain food everywhere. This would be incredible, no?
Yeah.
Like there's a cartoon I think also with this topic, and then you just make snip, and it's raining. It's raining whatever you need.
yeah, but
Chicken.
no meat and no fish, to go even better. To learn how to
tiny
eat better.
bit.
Yeah,
Tiny bit.
If you want a little bit.
A local product.
A local product.
A good one. It's gonna be always raining 8 tomatoes, 1 salad, a tiny chicken.
A little tiny chicken with
A
a bit of
little
sauce
chicken.
hollandaise
On top.
and some French fries, please.
The French fries are so important, and it doesn't hurt. If it rains French fries, it's okay. A chicken or a cow.
Belgian
ouch.
rain. Amazing.
Moule.
Oh putain.
Okay. And yeah, another one is just simple. What's your favorite dish if you have to choose?
Pizza.
Pizza. Okay, thanks. And is there anything you would love to do when you would know tomorrow officially radio everywhere
world.
announcement, it's the end of the fucking world, it's just over?
Oh, I just need to see my mom, my sisters, and my brother. The
Yeah.
rest I don't care. Really.
And
To
a
be
good-
with the person I love, and that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of same me, but I also would love to have a great party
Yeah.
with all of them. Why not? I mean,
Yeah.
you can have different floors. You have the family floor, and in between you go down and there is the party floor or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think for me it would be the party. No, if it's the end of the day, I just want to be until the last moment with them.
Yeah. Same me.
Perfect.
And yeah, let's go for another question. As I heard, I'm not sure, but I think you had this was it Men's Health, the magazine? You had a
Yep.
shooting for it.
Yeah.
How was this? Just I'm curious because the shooting thing is always different for people. But how was it for? I mean, this is a quite famous
Magazine.
magazine.
Yeah. It was really fun because I was, I never accept to do any shooting or stuff like that if it's not related to my world, because I'm not a model, I'm a conductor, and I was really touched that they asked me to.
How came?
I have an agency which works especially for those type of magazine, and I work a lot in fashion now. But it's always related to my point of view as a conductor. And again, in that interview, I only speak about how balanced we should be as a musician,
Yeah.
how much we have a lack of respect of food. You know, in cultural institution, the cantina, we always eat shit. We always drink a lot of alcohol. We don't preserve ourselves. We don't, before rehearsal, we don't warm up. Or it's, you know, there's also in conservatory, there's absolutely not a body respect. So
Yeah.
when they ask me to do this, of course, you know, I train 6 times a week. For me, it's a huge discipline, but it's not because I want to look good on the beach. I don't care. It's because I want to feel good, body and soul connected.
Yeah.
So it was a really fun shooting. You know, we were in the gym. It was, the photograph was a captain of the Dutch army, like
Oh.
a crazy guy, amazing guy. And most of the time, you know, if you have as a model a shoot for that, you do a diet for 4 weeks because you want to be super lean.
Yeah.
But again, for me, it was just out of a rehearsal. I came there, I warm up a bit, and then I did my own training. You know, I was a gymnast, so something with the rings.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was of course kind of a shock for a lot of people in classical music, because a conductor who posed like topless, blah blah blah. I said, I don't care. You know, it's for my art actually that
Yeah.
I do that. You know, if actually the younger generation can take example on that and actually for the future be better and feel better, then I know why I work so hard.
Yeah.
You know?
No, because as you said in one of the other questions I had, that the body and the music, like performing, playing an instrument, and the body health is completely going hand in hand. And the better you feel, the more healthy you are, the better will be the performance.
Absolutely.
Finally. So
Absolutely.
because I mean, for everyone out there, probably not working in the orchestra day by day, 24/7. It's also a really hard job, because you need to perform in front of 1,000 of people in the audience, and you need to be, it's also stressy, and if you are stressed and you're performing, you have the adrenaline.
Absolutely.
So this is completely body work, so you need to be healthy.
And for you, I mean, you sit for 3 hours. Sometimes I rehearse 9 hours per day, and I stand. My back is like that.
Yeah.
It's sometimes very physical, sometimes not. But it's also, you need to be so sharp in your head and so fast in advance, because if you're too late, because you think about the pain in your shoulder, then you miss maybe something that happened in the brass section, and then it's, you know,
Yeah.
you have to be
The focus-
always on
the
top.
focus is gone. Yeah.
Absolutely. So
And
and you
it's-
have to stay right. You need also to, you know, to feel anchored in your leg in the floor, to have also a sound. You know, I
Yeah.
see a lot of my colleagues. They have no sound because they just conduct. But conducting is not about beating. It's
Yeah.
about manipulating the sound
Yeah.
in the way. But you need to be free in your body.
Body language.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so also interesting, because I just want to catch up this one, because you said that the fact that you were doing this like as a classical conductor, or someone who is into the classical business, classical music business, that people are sometimes watching you or regarding you a bit strange, because you were kind of doing this kind of photo shootings. You said also you were into mode, how do you say, fashion.
Yeah.
So do you have kind of just by the way, like a contract also in this way, like
Yes, I
you
work
go
with
for
the-
I don't know, is it haute couture or something you say, where you walk also, or where
No,
you
no,
shower?
no, no, no.
What is it?
No, but I work closely with some big brands like Giorgio Armani
Oh, okay.
or other brands.
So
and,
does it look like you also have then, I imagine myself, like shootings with them?
Yes, yes,
cool.
I do. Or I'm ambassador of Omega, for example, the watch brands.
Oh,
and
can you get me one?
we talk about
The new one. I mean, now the new James
James Bond?
Bond is out, like the new watch. I wanna.
We'll see. But yeah, I you know, for me is I try to use all of those things for my art.
Yeah.
If I can just open up a little bit more the mindset of especially the young generation, to attract them
Yeah.
into my world that they judge a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you know, because first of all, I love clothes. I love the idea, the artistic idea of shaping something for someone.
It's
so
design. I mean, it's also
it's
art.
incredible. Absolutely, it's
Completely art.
So I
And,
meet incredible people, you know,
Different
through that
also.
work. Absolutely.
Different. And this is also with the sports. It's the same. Like you do the surf, and what I experienced when I did surf for the first time, I met so different people, completely different. It's such a joy, and it's a big plus in the life. If you do something else, not only classical music, just this is my advice always to all the freaks out there practicing for hours 24/7 in the rooms. Just go out, do hobbies, do sports. You will meet different people. It's a lot different input,
And
which gives finally a better result on the stage.
And yeah, because at the end, it's about life experience.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, especially as a conductor, you can know so much about music, but at the end, it's about psychology. If you don't really know how to be, you know, empathic with the other human being and put aside maybe all your knowledge and all the technique, it's about being with others and accepting maybe sometimes what the other is proposing, which is maybe against maybe your own idea. So yeah, life experience is just the best school for a musician.
And in his case, I just can say that what also is interesting to me to know, like, because you do all the shootings and stuff, and you have he got a really amazing Instagram account. I really love it.
Thanks, man.
And this is so different, and I find it so not fair that we are used to know, okay, when there are the actors from Hollywood or someone else, singers, performers in the electronic or popular music, they all do the same. They also do the like cover shooting or whatever, and no one is saying anything. So I find, go for it, and I just find it's so important that you need to know, and you should stop judging also too early, because it's actually a huge plus for the classical music as well. And I wish we would have more of your kind to show that classical musician and conductor and whomever, they can be way more open and doing whatever. I mean, and this is exactly what I mean. Like, if you do these things, I'm sure that you met people a lot watching you, a bit like, he gonna conduct us seriously, this supermodel, whatever. And but then
Yeah.
I must say, like, my experience was like, I had the first rehearsal, and I was like, wow, cool. And so it's just a huge plus if someone is doing it, and
Yeah,
to
you
show
know,
that
I
probably it's
don't care
not
what
always
the
easy.
other.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's actually not a problem, because if, you know, I would do all of those things, but I don't take my job seriously, then I would understand, you know, this judgment. But at the end of the day, you know, this is my life.
Yeah.
I know I was born to be on stage, and for this necessity
Yeah.
of not being myself a conductor, but being the bridge between the public and the orchestra. Then whatever I do on the side, if you like it or you don't, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Because this is for the future that I do that, not for myself.
And this is an important message to all of you. If
Yeah.
you go crazy, if you do whatever bullshit, just take care of yourself and don't take too much, how do you say,
Yeah, the judgment of the other, don't
of the
take
others.
it too
Yeah,
seriously.
because most of the people, they really don't fucking care about what you do. So you should be the one being happy and
Yeah,
healthy.
or the people who are judging you, there's always a little part of jealousy.
Also.
And it's sad, but this is the human race,
Nature.
which
Yeah.
is like that. So it's not judging them at all, but I will never stop to do what I believe, which is right to do for my profession.
Yeah.
Because people are judging it, or because they are jealous. Absolutely not. I will actually do even more.
Okay, but if you go for the surf next time, I want to surf with you,
Please, man.
and then we can. Well, you go for the drums. I play the electric violin. I do
Nice.
so far with the loop station,
Nice.
and we can have a lot of fun. And now we come to the very last question. Simple. So, what will be your best advice to all the coming up musicians out there, practicing, maybe lost in their problems, whatever? So, what is the thing to make a better musician and to take care?
Well, of course, the discipline is at the beginning extremely important, and also at the end, you know, to practice a lot. But there is a time, you know, our mind has a limit, and our mind needs oxygen from other things, and to not being ashamed to be different. and to have different opinion than the community. You know, I was never a good student at school because I always knew in a way my way is different. You know, I need to not listen and to go to solfeggio, but to listen to a rehearsal from Georges Prêtre, or to go to a jazz concert and to meet then the drummer and to ask him what is actually groove. And then when I conduct sacre, okay, I know what groove
What
is.
the groove is, yeah.
So just to follow really your guts and to work super hard, of course, because nothing is free. You can
Nothing.
have talent, but talent is nothing.
Yeah.
But at the end, to open your horizon of you know of sound, of type of music, and to, even if you don't like it at the end, at least you tried. You know, at the beginning I didn't like techno. Now I love techno because I met the right people who introduced me to the right thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't like classical music, it's no problem. But at least try once.
Yeah.
You know, be curious, and to be vulnerable is not a bad thing, huh?
It's all music, so stay curious. And I mean, I think I for now I can't remember what conductor I met whom to be in love with techno or electrical music, and I know this guy is going soon. I think right after the concert tomorrow to a great party and
Berlin.
clubbing to Berlin. I would love to join actually, but I will be there on Saturday as well. I got a party as well.
Nice.
And hopefully we're gonna meet after all these concerts back again here for another crazy time, and hopefully maybe also some music beside of classical music. So
Absolutely.
just we have drums here and we can do whatever.
Absolutely.
And for now, thanks for your time.
Thanks,
It
man.
was a pleasure, and I'm looking
Thanks,
forward.
guys.
And this is it. Bye.